Four things you should never ask a man if you don't want him to ask you for sex in return. Yes, darling. Ladies, may I tell you, contentment is a great gain. I'm telling you the truth. Remember, your big sister is not here to condemn you, and we believe that the more we know, the better we do. No one knows it all. As your big sister, I always do my best to teach you what I want other people to know. Grab your pen, grab your paper, but before we do that, if you have not yet subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share to other ladies. Let's form a community of vibrant women. Grab your pen and grab your paper, and let's move forward. Number one, never you for any reason ask any man to pay for your house rent. Yes, darling. My dear, if you ask any man to pay for your house rent, do you know what it means? He is the owner of the house and everything therein. You know what I mean? Yes. Imagine asking a man to pay for your house rent and he paid this house rent. And what happens when he comes and asks you, demand for sex? Do you think that you will have the mouth to say, no, I don't want. No, let's wait until marriage? Of course, no. Do you know why you cannot? If you do so, he will chase you out of that house because you are illegal occupant. So in all you are doing, never you ever tell any man to pay for your house rent, darling. Please, if you don't have money for your house rent, do your best to downsize. If you don't want to downsize, look for someone that will live together with you, or you go live together with someone. If you don't want to do that, why don't you go and live with your parents? Never you ever ask a man to pay for your house rent. Number one is that it leads to disrespect, and number two is that he will use it as a threat to ask for sex anytime he wants. Otherwise, he will chase you out of that house. Number two, never you ever ask any man to pay for your school fees. Yes, if you are a student and you are dating a man, please do your best to not ask him to pay for your school fees. Yes, I have talked about this in one of my videos. Reason because any man that pays for your school fees, may ask for interest rates either in cash or in kind. But may I tell you, most of them will not ask in cash, they want in kind. Imagine him paying your school fees and he wants the interest rate and you tell him, no, let's wait until we marry. It's not possible. Reason because he will remind you that I am the one that pay for your school fees. I am the one that is polishing you. I am the one that doing this or doing that. As a result of that, it will force you, threat you to sleep with him because of that. So in as much as we are dating, do your best not to ask any man to pay for your school fees. As I usually say, if you don't have money to sponsor your school, please, why don't you consider online? If you don't have money to sponsor your school, please, why don't you drop for some years to prepare yourself and bounce back and continue with your education? Doing this will help you to stand on your feet, to say no to any man that wants to threat you or say, oh, if you don't give me sex, I will not pay for your school fees. Number three, never you ever ask any man to sponsor your junior brother, your junior sister, or pay your family bill. Yes. My darling, may I tell you that I have seen people date because this man is somehow rich, this man is good at giving, his generosity is top notch, and you take the advantage and say, oh, my brother do not go to school today because there is no money. My father is in the hospital. We need to pay for house rent in the home. We need to do this. Like you tell him the litanies of all your problems and he pay. What are you expecting? Are you expecting him to thank you in return? Or are you expecting him to accept only but thank you, God bless you in return? Of course, it's not possible. In as much as that man is not your husband, may I tell you that it takes only a few of them that can do it and accept thank you in return. Otherwise, they will ask in kind. So in order to avoid someone embarrassing you, threatening you, telling you how he paid for your family bills and how he helped your brother and your sister to clear the institution fee, why don't you avoid that? Because if you can avoid that, may I bet you, if any man say, I want to sleep with you, you will have that stand to say, sorry, it's not possible. But because you have already shoot yourself, there is no way you can say it's not possible. Recently, I was talking with someone. He said, oh, mommy, I want to separate with the guy I was dating, but I don't know I will do so. Then when I was talking to her, I said, why you cannot separate? What is the problem? So she told me all the problems, like the red flags and everything. So I said, seeing all these red flags, why don't you separate with him? Don't you know that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage? She said, oh, mommy, it's not easy because he has been the one paying for our bills, paying for our rent, paying. You see, the moment you involve yourself in such a thing, it will be very difficult for you to say goodbye or to say no to his request. Do your best to be contented with whatever you have. The last but not the least is, never you ever tell any man to buy you any gift. Yes, be it car, gold, expensive wig, Brazilian wig, Vietnam wig, African wigs, all those things, my darling. If you can able to separate yourself from societal competition, if you can able to separate yourself from societal standard and just be contented with what you have, you will avoid this fourth temptation. Yes, because the reason why we involve ourselves, get ourselves involved, not saying no to sex before marriage, is because we shoot our foot. Yes, by demanding so many things from men. You ask him to pay for your house rent, you ask him to pay for your brother's tuition fee, you ask him to pay for your own tuition fee, you ask him to buy you expensive things. After buying you all this, do you think that he is Father Christmas? Do you think that he will not ask you for interest rates? Of course, he will ask you for his interest rates. So in summary, let us learn to be contented. Whatever we have, use it with joy, with happiness, so that you can able to work out if it is not working well, and you can able to say no to sex before marriage. I hope this episode bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share in the comments your takeaway. You know your big sister do pray for you. Yes, I do pray for you because I want you to marry. I love you all and God bless you. Shalom.